They say effort is the currency of success. If that were true, Elias Thorne should have been a billionaire by 30. Elias didn't just work hard, he worked religiously. His desk was his altar, and his sacrifice was sleep. He was an architect, and every line he drew was a testament to his sheer, exhausting will. His mission was to build a legacy. He didn't just want a job. He wanted to remake the city skyline.
The moment arrived for his masterpiece, the redesign of the old docks district. It was called the Nexus. Thousands of man-hours. Every detail, the runoff calculation, the wind resistance, the historical accuracy of the brick veneer was flawless. It was, objectively, his best effort. The senior partner, Mr. Chen, didn't even look at the blueprint. He looked at Elias.
Mr. Chen, your dedication is unparalleled. You have captured every piece of data. This design is exhaustive. Technically, it is perfect. But it doesn't speak to the future, son. It screams the past. It's too complex, too safe, too labored. We are looking for something that is simply right, not something that is simply hard to build. We're passing. Give it to James. His design is simpler, but it has focus.
The blow was physical. The injustice was staggering. Safe? Labored? He had bled for this project. He hadn't seen his family in weeks. It was his best effort. That night, alone in his apartment, Elias did what all hard workers do. He doubled down on his delusion. He thought, they just don't get it. I was too early. I need to be more independent. I need to work harder somewhere else. He decided to escape the stagnant world of corporate architecture and embrace the disruptive world of tech. He would not just build buildings, he would build a movement.
This was Project Solstice, an ambitious financial education app. His partner, Maya, was the brilliant engineer who could code faster than anyone. Elias was the visionary, the manager, and he was everything else. He was the CEO, the head of marketing, the UI/UX designer, the accountant, and the chief janitor. Elias had a dangerous belief. The more effort he personally expended, the higher the chance of success. He trusted no one to match his level of commitment. Delegation was an admission of weakness.
The first crack appeared in the marketing launch. Elias spent a week locked in his apartment perfecting the logo design. A sleek, minimalist, utterly perfect logo, glowing with soft pastel shades. But when the launch came, the campaign flopped. Maya, Elias, the logo is great, but who saw it? We missed the submission deadline for the biggest tech blogs because you were arguing with the printer over the shade of gray. We needed a C- campaign now, not an A+ campaign 2 weeks too late. But the logo is our brand. That is the first impression. It has to be perfect. You have to put in the best effort on every detail.
The cycle continued. He'd micromanage the social media posts. He'd spend all night researching a legal loophole that a $50 online service could have fixed in an hour. He was always busy, always working, always giving his best effort. But the app was a month behind. Their seed funding was dwindling, and Elias was a wreck.
Maya, stop! Look at this! She points to a list of unfinished tasks, presented as a softly glowing, endless scroll. We failed. But not because we didn't try. You're trying too hard on the wrong things. You're a brilliant mind, but you use your effort to create a fortress of busy work. Elias bristles, ready with his defensive speech about dedication. You're building a ship with 1,000 perfect mismatched sails. You're afraid to let go. You're terrified of flawed collaboration. Your best effort is a shield against the true risk, the risk of your idea failing, not your stamina. That's not fair. I gave everything. And that's the tragedy. Your effort wasn't leading to success. It was justifying your stubbornness. Your best effort failed because your strategy was to outwork the problem instead of outthink it.
Project Solstice was officially dead. The silence in his apartment was deafening. He was alone, surrounded by the perfect blueprints from his old life and the meticulously designed but useless wireframes from his new one. He hadn't failed. His effort had failed.
He flipped open his journal from 5 years ago, a line he had scrawled in the heat of his first defeat. And in that moment, the final painful truth hit him. His best effort hadn't failed. His philosophy had. That mantra, that toxic belief that more work always equals more success, was the real flaw. His staggering workload was a defense mechanism. He was working so hard on the surface details to avoid the deeper, more terrifying questions. Was my core idea flawed? Did I fail because I was too scared to be truly innovative and simple? He had been avoiding the risk of a true, smart failure by embracing the safety of an exhausting one.
Elias didn't jump back into the fire. He took a consulting role. He stopped building and started diagnosing. He watched others. He saw his own reflection in every team. The team that perfected the font for a week. The team that coded features no one asked for. He started asking the right questions. He learned the power of strategy over stamina. He learned that a good 80% that ships on time is infinitely better than a perfect 100% that is late and irrelevant. He learned that the hardest thing isn't working a long day, but finding the courage to stop working on the wrong things.
Years later, a small project came across his desk, a community center for a neighborhood that desperately needed a gathering space, not a monument. Elias's design was simple, elegant, and perfectly functional. It was designed to serve, not to impress.
Mr. Chin, now semi-retired, was at the approval board. He studied the plans for a long time. He looked up at Elias. This has focus, Elias. This is smart. It's not your best effort to impress. It's your best effort to serve the purpose. That is the difference. It's approved.
I learned why my best efforts still failed. It wasn't the effort that was lacking. It was the direction. I was climbing the wrong mountain perfectly. I was using my energy to hide from the fear of a simpler, smarter path. Success doesn't ask for your life. It asks for your insight. True effort isn't about how hard you push. It's about where you aim your energy. Don't let your effort become the excuse for your avoidance. Don't let your stamina blind you to the need for a smart strategy. Work hard, yes, but work smartest. That's where the true breakthrough begins.